I will be demonstrating applying anti-embolic hose or T.E.D hose. For the state of Michigan, all your supplies will be laid out on a table and you will just gather your supplies from that table. As always, you will always begin with sanitizing your hands. You will always apply enough of the sanitizer to cover all surfaces, and then you keep rubbing until dry. Again, this is a critical point for the state of Michigan. Knock, come in. Hi, Mrs. Jones. I'm Linda, your CNA, and I'm here to apply T.E.D hose. Would that be okay? Oh, sure. Great. How are you, Mrs. Smith? I'll be over there to take care of your needs in just a second. So as always, I sanitize my hands, apply enough sanitizer to cover all surfaces, and rubbing until dry. Okay, so I must provide privacy, Mrs. Smith, so excuse me for a moment. Close the curtains, close the door. Make sure I check my brakes. There. Mrs. Jones is going to elevate this bed. A couple of mountain height. Sounds good. I'll start on this side first. Only uncovering the body part that I need. So the trick with T.E.D hose is that you want to make sure that you don't cause any friction injuries. So to do this, you want to first start off by making sure the rough seam is on the outside. So inspect your hose really quick to make sure it's inverted inside out where the rough is on the outside. And then taking my hand through the leg portion, I'm going to advance my hand all the way down until I get to the heel. Cuff over my hand like this so that you have a little tail, and then pull down the T.E.D hose until you reach your fingers. So it should be nice and smooth like that. So this is my heel area, so I want to align the heel area with Mrs. Jones' heels. And then feed the foot through the T.E.D hose and work the heel of the T.E.D hose over the heel of the resident. Now for a mannequin it's much trickier because they're made out of rubber and it doesn't go on easily. You don't want to push the toes through the hole of the T.E.D hose. Alright, so I've worked it around the heel. Then with my two thumbs, I'm just going to gather the holes in between my two thumbs. Continue gathering until I get down to the ankle. Bring the heel of the T.E.D hose over the heel of the resident. And then just gradually feed the T.E.D hose up the leg until you come to the back of the knee. So I have not pulled on the T.E.D hose to apply them, because if you do that, as I said, you can cause friction injuries. So this is how it's supposed to look. This opening should be down here at the foot. It should not be here because it can constrict the foot area and cause some swelling. So that's how you put the T.E.D hose on. I think I'll demonstrate the other leg just to make sure we understand. Only expose what's necessary. Again, I'm checking for the rough surface, so I have to invert this inside out so that the rough seam is on the outside. Take my hand through the leg portion of the T.E.D hose and feed it all the way down till I get to the heel. So this is the heel. It's in the palm of my hand. Just overlap my fingers like that, leaving like a little tail. Pulling the T.E.D hose down till I get to my fingers. And I know this is the heel area. So I feed the foot through the T.E.D hose until I get to the back of the residence heel. So pull this. Bring the hose up around the residence heel like this. And then feed my two thumbs. Gather the hose with my two thumbs until I get all the way to the back of the heel, working the TED hose around the heel. And then as I pull the TED hose up, I'm releasing some of the hose as I go up the leg. Again, you want to avoid friction injuries. That's how you apply TED hose. To remove TED hose, it's just the opposite. You just gather the hose between your two hands as you're pulling them down, working it around the heel until it's off. So I will close out now. I just wanted to demonstrate how you put on and take off TED hose. You would never leave them with one hose on and one hose off. So make sure she's in good body alignment. Lower the bed. Mrs. Jones, is there anything else I can do? No. Lower the bed. Make sure the brakes are still on. Personal items within reach. I can do many things while I'm waiting for this bed to be lowered. Okay, Mrs. Jones, there you go. Make sure you're in good body alignment. Blend it nice and neat. It's not uneven on both sides. It's even on both sides. Brakes are locked. Call light within reach. Personal items within reach. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, I'm fine. Mrs. Smith, is there anything I can do for you? No, I'm fine. Oh, well, great. I'll sanitize my hands. And there's nothing else. I will see you in 2 hours when I do my round.